Hey then, welcome to After Work. My name is Valentine, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Google Data Analytics certificate for becoming a data scientist. So we'll talk about what it is, what does it entail. We'll also talk about pros as well as some cons, just so that you might be sure of possibly what this particular certificate misses out, and would want to supplement those areas with some other resources that might come in handy in the long run. All right, so let's get started. So the Google Data Analytics certificate, it's a certificate program that's provided by Google, and it allows persons who would want to become data analysts to equip themselves with skills, relevant skills generally across the world that would be important when it comes to just working on any sort of data analytics project. The particular certificate program, it's quite extensive. It covers about 8 courses with over 180 hours of videos. It also contains practice-based assessments as well as readings, just resources, suggested readings, which might come in handy if you would want to still go a bit more deeper when it comes to some of those courses in the certificate. So right off from the start, the courses which you're going to be going through, if you do take this particular program, would be foundations. That's data everywhere. Is ask questions to make data-driven decisions. There is prepare data for data exploration, process data for dirty, from dirty to clean. There's analyze data to answer questions. There's share data through the art of data visualization. There is data analysis with R programming. And there is the Google Data Analytics Capstone project, which basically is a capstone project or project that would allow you to practice what you have learned in the program and actualize it at the very end. So in terms of pros or advantages that you would get if you do go through this particular program, is that you're going to be able to hone your skills when it comes to acquiring the skill of business understanding. So before working on any data analytics project, you'd need to perform what is referred generally in most cases as business understanding skill, that requires you to transform a business problem into a technical problem that can be solved through the use of data. So this particular certificate program does a very good job of doing that. It dedicates about two different courses with regards to that, ensuring that you have been able to acquire this particular skill. In terms of the technical skills that you're going to be acquiring, you will be able to acquire data cleaning or data pre-processing skills, as well as data analysis and visualization. You'll also be able to acquire problem-solving skills, critical thinking, data ethics, and data life cycle. These are soft skills which are also important when you are working as a data scientist. In terms of the tools, you'll get to work with spreadsheets, getting to learn the most basic form of data tool when it comes to analysis. You will also be able to work with SQL, R, as well as Tableau. There will also be a capstone project which will come in handy in ensuring that you have a good grasp of the skills that you have learned in the program. And there will also be quite a number of extra resources provided, just in case if you want to go a bit more deeper when it comes to some of those courses that will have been given. Now, there is a good mix of videos as well as texts, as well as quizzes, which would help most persons who tend to do well when it comes to that kind of instruction. So that is a particular advantage that you will have while going through this particular course. And you can get easily started to actually work on the course. You can easily just go to Coursera and sign up and sign up without even paying for anything. But if you do want a certificate, you would need to pay $39 a month, and that would be sent to you via email, or you can be able to access it on Coursera in soft form. Now, those are the pros that you would get if you were to take this particular certificate. It depends with how much time that you have in order to also go through the entire program. It could take 3 months, it could take 2 months, depending on how much time you dedicate each and every day to this particular program. However, you're expected to have completed 180 hours, so you could decide possibly to do maybe 4 to 6 hours in a week for a period of 4 to 5 months if need be, but in some cases you might even finish it in 3 months. In terms of the cons, some of the things that lack in this particular program that would be critical when it comes to becoming a data scientist. Remember that this program is tailored towards becoming a data analyst, but not a data scientist. So you would need to supplement it with other programs that would allow you to be able to acquire those missing skills. Cons, the first particular con would be that, or disadvantage would be that the program focuses too much on the analytics end. So if you want to become a data analyst, this is a good program. If you want to become a data scientist, you better look for extra resources. So the entire certificate program does not cover data modeling, that's machine learning. It does not cover experimental research design, some of the work that data scientists would work on. It does not cover hypothesis testing. It also does not cover how to work with textual data like natural language processing, which is quite critical when it comes to solving for data science problems. And the implications here is that you cannot become a machine learning engineer or full-blown data scientist or apply for any sort of data science related roles, because you would be required to have acquired those particular skills which are missing in the program. There's also no coverage of statistics and probability stroke mathematics, which is quite critical when it comes to becoming a data scientist. Only R, the R programming language, is taught in the program. For you to become a full-blown data scientist, you need to have knowledge of tools that would allow you to be able to work on, say, something like machine learning projects. And Python usually would be a preference for most projects as opposed to R. So you might want to also look for other programs that would help you to acquire the Python experience when it comes to working on data science projects. In terms of just a bit of some review with regards to the R content that's provided, the videos sort of move a bit faster, so you need to supplement that with some other content if you feel like the videos move a bit faster than what you're normally used when it comes to learning anything at all. So if you think that they do the learning experience a bit fast, then you could always supplement that with other resources that you might get elsewhere. For more experienced learners, there's the question of some of the problems that are posed in the particular course may not be sufficient enough for you to feel a bit more challenged. So if you've interacted a bit with R but are looking towards revamping your knowledge in R and applying a lot more when it comes to working with R pertaining to data science, then you would need to look for more challenging problems and possibly think about how you can be able to simultaneously work on this particular program while you're also working on another program or course that would help you to acquire R skills for data science. Because it's a self-directed learning course, you would need to provide some sort of better accountability measures This is because there isn't any sort of live support that's provided in the program itself. And this can also be seen in the program of how students from the particular first, when students join the first course, you can see a large number of students who do join the first particular course in the program. But when you look at the last course, you'll see that almost less than maybe a seventh of the students who had joined, seventh or eighth of the students who had joined the program at the very beginning actually ended up taking the last course. So in terms of enrollment, you would need to ensure that you have better accountability measures in order to pull through, because the program can be a bit more challenging, and you would need those particular accountability measures. All right, so that's it. I hope this particular video was quite informative in just giving you an idea of what you need to take into account if you're going to be taking this particular course for you to become a data scientist. So do look out for other areas or other resources that might come in handy that would allow you to be able to acquire those other skills that are important when it comes to becoming a data scientist. If you did like this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you'd want to be informed when we post such future videos, be sure to subscribe, and see you in the next video.